So we are combining what we did yesterday and what we just did. What we did yesterday and what we just did. Okay? So 8, 9, this is just a review of what we just talked about. Really quickly, what's my A?
1.
Look closely.
Oh.
Look closely. What's my A in this
3.
one? Not X, not 1.
6.
Be specific.
Oh, negative 3.
Negative 3.
How
Why?
did that?
Remember in the last lesson, Jerry, you with me? Stuart, you with me? Titus, you with me? Okay? Remember in the last lesson I said the A is with the X squared term. So these are not in quadratic form order. So what's my B?
6. No, 1.
Which one?
6.
1.
I just said
Right? Well, you said 1 and 6. So you had to make a decision.
1.
Okay.
We said 6.
What's my C? My C is 6, right? Because it's all by itself, no variables. Number 2, what's my A?
8.
That's right. My B. My B.
It's negative 6.
My C.
27.
27. Does everybody see that?
I love math.
Okay. Jerry, what's my A? Brianna, what's my B? What's my B in this one? Be careful. And number 3, what's my B?
No, you said
Negative 6 or negative 20? Negative 20. Why? Because it's with the X, right? All right, so my C is negative 6. Yes? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay? So that's one thing that you might have to be careful with. I don't know that I have any of those on the worksheet, other than just doing that. Okay, on this set of things, our first thing is going to be divide out a number or variable first if you can. Then we're going to factor using box and diamond. Okay, first we're going to factor out something like we did yesterday, and then we're going to do box and diamond. All right. Is this in the right form? Yes. Okay. Can I take any numbers or variables out of that? No. Do you have that one even on your notes?
Yes, that's my mom.
Yes. You do have that one on your notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. What would my diamond be? What goes down here? What goes down here on my diamond? A times C. Negative 24, right? What goes up here? Negative 5. Are my signs going to be same or different?
Different.
Yeah. Why?
Because
this is negative. Because this down here is negative. Those are going to be different. Okay? What's my box look like? What goes in the top square?
X squared.
X squared it is. What goes in my bottom square?
Negative 24.
Negative 24. Okay? All right? So I am looking for the numbers. 1 times 24, does that add to 5? Or subtract to 5? No. 2 times 12, does that subtract to 5? No. 3, does 3 work?
No.
24 divided by 3? is 8.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, does 4 work? 24 divided by 4, yes, that works. What am I going to put there? 6, right? 4 times 6. 5 won't work because that doesn't end with a 5. 6, I'm repeating. Which of these factors, which is in my list, 3 times 8 will add to negative 5. Which one has to be bigger, my 8 or my 5? My 8 or my 3? 8, because this answer is negative. Or I should say that the other way. Which number has to be negative? My 8 has to be negative because that's negative. Okay?
Yes.
Okay? So then I put my 3x here and my negative 8x here. All the same so far, right? Yeah? Okay. Whew. What can I take out of my first column going up? What can I take out of my first column going across, or my first row going across? X. Can I take any numbers out of either of those? If this first square is just an x squared or an m squared or a p squared or whatever squared, these aren't going to have any numbers in front of them. Okay? Brianna? To get negative 8x. Or in other words, what can I take out of both of these? What can I take out of these? X times what gives me negative 8x? X times what gives me negative 8x? Negative 8. You're learning. What can I take out of both of these going across? Or x times what gives me 3x? 3 positive, right? All right. Negative 8 times 3, does that give me negative 24? Sure does. Am I done? I gotta write out my answer. All right, here's the kicker though. There's all of a sudden an equal 0 here. There's all of a sudden an equal 0 here. So this is where we have to find out what are the numbers that would go in here to make one of these 0. And so what we did second semester was we separated this because there's 2 things being multiplied, right? Right? These are 2 separate things. And we want to know what number makes this 0, and we want to know what number makes this 0. So what number would have to go in here to make this equal to 0? What minus 8 equals 0? 8. Here's how we would figure that out. We would add 8 to both sides of my equation, and then I'd have an x left over here equals 8. For this one it is, but when you got a number in front of here, then you got to maybe do the math, right? But for this one, yeah, definitely, you can do this one in your head. What are you going to get? X equals what? X equals negative 3. On these ones, as long as I see this part right here, I'm okay with you doing those in your head and writing down x equals 8 and x equals negative 3. Okay? So we're first factoring, and then we're taking it one step further to find out what numbers would go in here. Okay? So, we're going to factor. I want to do one with a coefficient in front first. Okay, I want to do 9 first, only because some people have to leave to go to their next class. Okay? Could I divide all 3 of those numbers by a number?
Yes.
What number? 2. Is that true? Can I divide 6 by 2?
Yes.
Can I divide 22 by 2?
Yeah.
Can I divide 8 by 2?
Yes.
if I can divide everything by a number, I want to do that. So then this would turn out to be 2 times, so I'm dividing this by 2, this by 2, this by 2. Follow along and write this down. And then use this on your note, on your worksheet, okay? If I divide 6x squared by 2, what am I gonna get?
3x squared
Plus?
plus
11x minus 4 equals 0. Okay? All right? This 2 is going to come one for the right in the answer. After I do my box and my diamond, I'm going to have 2, and then I'm going to have a binomial. Okay? How am I going to figure out what goes in here? My box and diamond. But what am I going to box and diamond? Am I going to box and diamond this original one? No. I'm going to box and diamond what's inside the parentheses. Yes? Fantastic. What goes here? What kind? Negative 12. What goes here? 11. Okay? Set up my box. What goes here, everybody? That is a lame everybody. You guys stink at everybody. What goes down here? Negative 4.
Negative 4.
Okay? Let's see. Are my signs going to be same or different? Different. Why? Because that's negative. Okay? So I've got 1 times 12. 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Do I need to go any further?
No.
No. No, I don't. Because 1 times 12 subtracts to 11. Which one has to be positive, my 1 or my 12?
The 1.
This is positive, so my bigger number has to be positive. 12 minus 1 is 11, yes? Fantastic. Ooh, those numbers are a little ugly. All right, everybody pay attention up here. What can I divide both of these by? So going up, I definitely have an x that I can take out. Can I divide both squares by the same number, and what is it? I can divide 3 by 4?
Oh, wait, no.
Okay, so I can't divide 3 by 4, but I could divide 12 by 4.
2?
Can I divide 3 by 12 by 2? No. I could divide them both by 1, but there's a higher number. What's the higher number? 3. 3. You see that? Yes?
Something like that.
Okay, I can divide this by 3x, and I can divide that by 3x, yes? Okay. Going across, what do I have in common? X. 3x times x is 3x squared, yes? Fantastic, that's set. What's this going to be? What can I take out of both 1x and negative 4?
1.
Positive or negative?
Negative. Positive.
Okay. Oh! Nice job, Heavenly. Oh my goodness. So that is a negative 1. I didn't write this part down, right? You were born and not lose that negative. Because then I can take a negative 1 out of both of those. Nice job, you were right.
I know, but like,
All right, what can I divide 12x and negative 4 by? What kind?
Negative 4. Positive 4.
Positive 4, because that negative 1 times 4 gives me negative 4, right?
Yeah.
So then here, I've got x plus 4 and 3x minus 1. Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Does this one have an equal 0?
Yes.
Does. So kind of wrote my answer too far over. So that's my answer. But I need to figure out what I can put in here and what I can put in here. So I'd have to do x plus 4 is equal to 0. What's that going to be? Negative 4. So I don't have to solve that one. But this one here, 3x minus 1 equals 0. That one I might want to solve using my methods from chapter 2. What do I have to do first to solve that? What do I have to do first to solve that? No, we're going to actually use algebra. We're not using mental math. Something of which you need to start doing because when you get to your next class, you need to actually be able to do it algebraically. How am I going to get the x mixed up? What do I have to do first? Plus 1. What, Brianna? I know. Here's how you got that answer in your brain, right? You got to add 1 to both sides, and then what do you have to do? Divide by 3. For this problem, Titus, it's still okay that you're kind of doing it mentally, but for a problem that's halfway across the board, you're going to want to know how to do it algebraically, practice on the easy ones, then you'll be able to do the hard ones. Make sense? So my two answers are this and that. Okay? Good? All right. Brianna, make sure you have good notes. Vera, make sure you have good notes. And then if you're going to work on that worksheet, please, for homework. You only have a couple problems on there, right? Cross off number 5. Cross off number 5 on that extra page. We do not know how to do that yet. Put big huge X through it. Sure. Put big X through number 5, please. Okay. Well, yesterday you did the problem that you didn't have to do. Saving you some time, man. Good? Do we want to do another example?
God.
Do we want to do another example? No? Okay.